Hi everyone, this is MB Shabangu in network marketing profession. I'm with a company called Lavita Living Product. Today, it's a very special day. I just want to share with you the profit plan for each and everybody to understand how do we make money, how do I change levels, how do I make sure that I stay focused and glued to this opportunity because things have changed. We live in a world where technology has put pressure in almost everything that we see. Things that we used to do and things that were good in some years back are now the knowledge that is obsolete. So that is why we have to keep on growing. How do you see? How do you make sure that you are growing? By making sure that you absorb knowledge, you absorb be an expert of the industry that you are in. If ever I'm talking about being an expert, I'm talking about understand the value chain of your company, understand the economics around the industry that you are in or the profession that you are in. So I want to put this straight to each and everyone out there because most of the time this profession is overlooked, let alone the company its own, all right? What pushes everybody away from this wonderful opportunity is the people that have been in the business or people that are in the business, people that are in the profession, all right? We have done a lot of harm as people that are in the business by mispresenting the opportunity or the product or the company, all right? So that is why sometimes you find that the company are so sensitive when it comes to using their logos and stuff because they know that we get too excited and end up using some tactics that are lies to make sure that everybody join us, all right? So what I want to send to each and everyone, or what I want to share with everybody, let us not over-project ourselves, even if it's not necessary, simply because you find that we have got managers, like in our business, Lavita Living Product, we have got people that are called managers, golden, emerald, up until diamond. Based on the fact that these people didn't understand how to be an AS, didn't understand how to become a supervisor, how to keep or how to train a person to be independent on those levels instead of enjoying a so-called passive or a passive income. It's highly impossible simply because we didn't farm enough, we didn't nature, we didn't. It's a different. We as living beings, or we as living individuals or people that are in business, whatever business that you are in, you do not grow in anything like a tree. A tree grows like naturally because God planted the tree and created it and it grows naturally. But in business, you yourself as a living being, you also grow naturally because God, you were created to grow, all right? But academically or business-wise, you don't grow like a tree. You have to learn. You have to evolve. You have to learn new strategies and tactics in that discipline or in that faculty that you find yourself in. So this network marketing profession is a profession for every individual, everyone. For one who has got an entrepreneurial bone or one who was thinking of being an entrepreneur, this is the opportunity. This is the first step to realizing your true potential. So I'm just going to briefly give you an analysis of where it all started. MB Shabangu is an electrical engineer by profession from the University of Johannesburg. He's been working in JPAC under the company called General Enclosure Marketing, GEM in Wadeville, and then apparently it was bought over and became GEM Switchgear in JPAC. So that's where my last employment was. So 2016, I got an opportunity, and then 2017, I resigned at work and took the business as a career. Don't be shocked as to why did I resign. It's simply because for one who wants to take this business as a career path, you can do so. And for one who wants to do it part-time, it's designed for part-time as well. People argue that I don't have time, I don't have all those things. Life is so easy. Life is so simple now. The world is in the palm of your hand. Everything that you need is in that smartphone that is in your hand. That is why we as Team Unstoppable, new evolution in a sense that we understand that we've been doing things, but there's been a bit of sluggishness. There's been of uncertainties there and there simply because we've been spoon feeding, we've been not training. So now this is an opportunity for you to learn and go and do things on your own. For each and everyone who wants to succeed, for each and everyone who wants an eternal success in this business, learn to stand on your own. Learn to be your own sponsor. Learn to feed yourself with knowledge. I said to one of my posts, let us stop being entertainers, watching entertainment stuff. Let us go for infotainment, because that's where we are going to grow. And that thing is in the University of YouTube. That thing is in my page. That thing is in the company's page. That thing is in the everyone's social media. Consume the content that is in line with what you are doing. In other words, curate whatever information that you'll be focusing on is the information that is going to help you grow in what you are in pursuit of. So the guy, Ilung Chang, was a guy born in Taiwan, grew in Taiwan, but he immigrated in Taiwan and came to South Africa in 1991. 1991 to 1994, he was busy looking for a CC or a compliance certificate and to be able to establish and start this business in this country. So his mission was to start a business that is going to give him a financial freedom. But he saw to it that most of us here in this country were employed, we working, and then he decided not to employ anyone, but to make sure that he comes with a vision, which is a new economical shift. The business, the core of the business now is distribution. It's no longer, yes, there is the manufacturing and so on, but distribution is the core. That's where the economy evolves now, all right? So he said he's going to come with this strategy where each and everybody is going to join the business, obviously for free, because you just fill the joining form and then you start your own operation. But before I go into details with whatever the plan it is, this chart that you see here, this flip chart, it's just a cluster, the combination. If you've got this, you've got the whole plan of Lavita Living Pro. The only thing that you have to do, you have to be able to point and expand on each and every point that is listed on the chart. All right. So for each and everyone out there, because we are sitting in a situation where everybody say these businesses, once you talk about network marketing, no, they give it a name and they say it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. Simply because people have scammed themselves. How do you scam yourself? You get into things and you don't want to learn. You don't want to sit and understand the profit plan of that business. And that to me is key, especially for an individual out there that wants to venture into this profession. A profession is so big and it's so paying, and it's a wonderful thing, especially the one that I'm in, because there is a so-called generational legacy here. If ever you pass away being a manager, diamond or whatever, a certain family member or your kids take over the business and run with it. They don't start from fresh. So there is this thing of generation to generation passing of the business. All right. What is it that you have to look at? The key items for everyone who wants to join a network marketing business or any business in network marketing. There are things that you have to look at. I look at the product. That's the first thing, because without, we are moving volumes. There are companies that we are under, like Lavita, Herbalife. There are so many companies. So there is a company. I'm not going to talk about Lavita Living Product. There is a company. There is us as distributors. Who is a distributor? If I'm talking about a distributor, I'm talking about the AS, supervisor, AM, and managers in a profit plan of our Lavita Living Product. We are all distributors. What are we distributing? We are moving volumes of stock from the company through us to the channel of distributors. That's what we do. We sell our product using a word of mouth advertising, but by building a network of distributors that are going to do one and the same thing. That is called duplication. So it's very important to understand that in business, in like the one that we are in, like this one, you will never grow if ever you want to do it individually, if ever you just want to be alone and start selling. It's not built that way. This is a business where you have to create a network of distributors. Where does that thing helps you? You get a so-called leverage. I will talk about it in one of my trainings that I want to do. I will do. So for now, we are going to focus on the things that you have to look at. I'm not going to list everything. I'm just going to highlight the very important one. Look at the products, all right? What is it that is so important about the products, all right? Are they priced? Is there a need, first of all? Is there a need of what you are selling in the market? Because there are things that were good some years back that are now obsolete, that are now no longer good. They are still beautiful, glaring, shining and stuff, but they are no longer effective, all right? So look at the product. Is there a need in the market of the product? That's point number one. Check the need. Is there a need of the product in the market? You are selling Lavita Living products. Is there a need of the product in the market? When I look at it, there is a huge demand of our product based on them being unique, effective, and solving so many problems. All right. Then number two, once the person, your customers get the product, does the products that you are selling meet the needs? Is there a need? Yes, there is a need. Does the product that you have meet the need? Yes or no? Yes, because we find some people that have got some diseases, that have got some problems, that are obese, that have got some different abdominal discomforts, growth and fibroids, all those things. We help them with our products. All right? So there is a need, and then our products meet the need. Then point number four, everybody who joins the business, you join the business because you want to make money. Is there a chance for everybody, for anyone who joins the business to make money? Yes, there is a chance for the person, an average person, to start making money. How do you make money? It's so simple. Our products, are they priced to sell? Yes, they are priced to sell because we are living in a country where the economy is going down and people are suffering and struggling financially. So our prices are reasonable. They are in a range of affordability, even by people that are getting 350 grand or that are living on social grants. All right. So they are priced to sell. Point number four, I'm in business. I want to make money. Do I make money? Yes, because our products are priced for profit. Which means if ever you start selling your product, you are going to make a profit. How do you make a profit? You join the business for free, you get your independent distributor card, then you buy things from the company at a discounted price by 30%, then you start selling. When you start selling, then it's when you get a so-called profit. So priced for profit, and they are priced to sell. All right. So if ever you are just going to take a glance on a company, the company, what is it that you have to understand about the company? How long has the company been in existence? We are in existence for 27 years. Yes, some of the people, when they introduce, push, and let people to join their things, they say, oh, look at this one. It came last year, but it has created millionaires. Easy come, easy go. That statement exists anywhere. That statement is perfectly an analysis of that scenario. How many companies has come? Where are they now? Lavita Living product has been in existence since 1995 up until now. We are in plus minus 27, 28 years in existence. It has never changed. Instead of changing, it's growing. So check the duration of the company, because that creates the stability, that creates the honesty, that creates the integrity, that creates trust, a level of trust between you and somebody who is in Cape Town, between you and somebody who is in UK, between you and somebody who is in Angola, because you can do it nationally and internationally. It's up to you. It's up to you how wide do you want to go, all right? How big do you want to expand as far as your business is concerned? So those are the key items. Then when we look at the timing, they say when we go to real estate, they are going to talk about location, because the place where your house is determine the price of the house. All right, if you are in a location the price is gonna low simply because of the security, the breaking in and all that. And then when it's in next to the city, like you go to any shore, any beach, you are going to go into this hotel. If you are in a room that is facing the ocean, you are going to find that the price is different from the room that is not facing the ocean view. So it's one of those things. So real estate is talking about location. And here in this business, it's evergreen. We don't, there's no timing that if you start early or if you start late and on and so on. There is nothing like that. Whoever gets in now, once you learn, because even if you get a joint business 10, 20 years back, you have to keep on growing. If ever you don't change, always times and things are changing. If ever we don't change, that becomes a problem. Our company, point number 2, is future-proof. It's evolving with the times. Things that were done some years back are now revised to make life easier for each and everyone. I will just put one example that was mentioned by the managing director of this company, and I laughed. He said, my father gave you combo bag to carry a combo bag, run around with a combo bag, knocking door to door. I came with a catalog. You now not carrying something heavy, you've got a catalog in your hand. Then now, it's digital, it's online, the catalog is in your phone, you can share it within everyone, everywhere. You don't need to get out of your house to run this business. Why is that so important? It's important that we go online. We make sure that we meet everybody online. And when you go online, it's different. WhatsApp, I don't even count WhatsApp. WhatsApp is, it's too, like, it's not that there. Simply because on WhatsApp, you have got the 20 people that you know. But if you go on Facebook, you've got millions and millions of people that will be interested in your product. It depends on how do you curate, how do you present yourself there online. All right. So that is why I'm going to urge, as Team Unstoppable New Evolution, I'm going to urge each and everyone that let us use the online platforms to our benefit and make sure that you understand, learn about it. Don't just go in there, press the button and stuff. Learn, understand it, understand how it works, because it's so cool when you are familiar with it. So, and remember, when these things came, the companies, all the businesses resisted the social media. They resisted. It was a no-no thing. And then when they keep on moving, they started to embrace the opportunity. Now, each and every company, each and everyone, go online right now. How many big names do you see there? How did they become big? By branding themselves online and offloading and unpacking the content to their tribe. Now we're on your side, be able to find your tribe. How do you find your tribe? By curating the content that is in line with the people that are your tribe. All right. So now, let us talk about the Lavita Living product. How do you join the business now? How do you start? All right. I'm just going to start by the abbreviations there. The abbreviation at the bottom there, we've got the AS. This is an assistant supervisor. It's this person that is in this level, assistant supervisor. Supervisor is S, is the person that is in this level. AM stands for an assistant manager. You are in this level. And then manager is this level. And then it is a statement that is written there that says NP. Take note, reaching manager level is just the beginning. It's just the beginning because here you were building your way to success. Now, once you are there, you are building your way to millionaires. From golden manager, pearl manager, emerald manager, ruby manager to diamond manager. That's where Lavita ends. If ever you want to end up being a double star diamond, you don't go down now to start here. You start again here, producing another manager, 2 managers, 5 managers, and then you end up being a double star diamond. All right. So it depends. It's a repetition. You can even be a 3-star diamond. Once you become a double star, you come again. You start here and then you. So it's an on and on thing, but it ends there in diamond manager. So levels doesn't mean anything. Go to manager level. Once you reach a manager level, understand how did you get there. Understand that for you to become a golden manager, someone in your team, because this is how this thing is. For instance, let's say you are a manager here. Someone in your team, 2 of them, they must become managers. then you become golden. 5 of them, they must become pearl managers. Then you become, they have to become managers, then you become pearl managers, and so on and so on and so on. It's written, it's in your handbook. You just click the link there, go to the company's page, and then download the handbook. You're going to see everything. Then if we move on the other side, there is APP. This is an application form. I'm just going to show you at the end of this video. And then ATP is an authorization to purchase form. That is another second form that you fill after joining this business. And then CC, if we CC, you see CC, there is there 100cc, 50cc, 20cc, 2cc. Let's talk about case credits, the number of points per product that you are buying. So CC means is case credit, and then volume bonus is VB, which stands for these percentages, these differential bonuses each and every month that are paid directly into each and every distributor's account based on the purchases he or she made in the previous month. All right, then we are going to talk about these 2 people. I even put the star. The first person who is the first star is called the retail customer. For each and everybody that started the business, sometimes you get somebody, he give you a taste, he give you a sample to test a green tea, because that particular person wants you to become a customer. All right, so you are a customer, we call them retail customers. All right, when this customer now wants to join, he or she is going to fill the distributor application form. That application that I put there on top, you're going to fill the application form. Who is going to help you do that? It's your sponsor. It may happen you are in UK, you are in Cape Town, you are everywhere. You just email your documents, like your ID copy, your email address, you email it to your sponsor, and your sponsor is going to fill the form for you, and then it's going to send it to your company. If ever you are intelligent enough, you can't join without a sponsor. Obviously, there should be somebody who is going to introduce you, simply because even if you can go to the company's website, they are going to say, we are going to look for somebody in that area that is going to help you join the business. But it doesn't mean that if ever you are in Cape Town and I'm in PE or I'm in Fried or wherever, I can't be your sponsor, because that is one of the wrong mentality that has been injected to most of the people in this business. If you are in Ulundi and somebody is in Cape Town, how can you join from somebody in Ulundi, because they won't be able to help you? The world is in the palm of our hand. If you are in Cape Town, it's like you are here with me, simply because I go online here now, I call you, I can WhatsApp you, we can video call, you can go on Zoom. There are so many things that we can do to make sure that we create speed in this business. All right. So now, before I unpack the whole plan, let us now talk about this thing, this online. Online is very, very, very important to give you scale in your business. But there's a problem with retention. So you find that you have got a massive number of people that have joined the business, but there is no stickiness, there is no understanding, there is no core, there is no perfect growth and understanding of the business. So you have got the number, but there is a retention problem. While when you go online, when you go face to face, you find that there is more stickiness, there is more leadership development. There are so many influencers that comes on the personal encounter. That is why now the biggest gurus or the successful people in this profession, they marry the two. They make sure that they are doing this thing online for scale, and they make sure that they create event. And the events that are of great importance to them are so-called destiny events. That's where they go to a certain city out of their provinces, maybe. They go to there, buy tickets, and then they will sit there and teach each other, and there will be presentation. People will go on stage and unpack how far they have gone, their success stories and stuff. And then everybody comes motivated back. That is where you refuel. And let me put it this way as well. We go to church each and every day. Why do you go to church? Because Monday, not even Monday, immediately you go out of the church door on Sunday, you start facing your woes, you start facing your problem, you start facing. So that trains you from the moment you go out of church up until the moment you get into church again. So where do you refuel? Where do you regain strength? By going to church. That's where you find somebody's going to say something funny. Some people, they don't have to. There are people that are called influencers. Influencers are everywhere. Maybe your pastor is an influencer in character, simply because once he is there, without saying any word, you become motivated. So we have to marry the two. If we go online, we have to marry the two. We have to do this event so that we can grow whatever we want to grow. All right. So this person there, which is called a retail distributor, after buying the product that are going to accumulate 200 points, after purchasing their first 200 points worth of product, a retail distributor qualifies as a new assistant supervisor in the profit plan. What is a profit plan? This whole thing that you see here is a profit plan. So who is an AS now? An AS is among these distributors. It is a person that has bought the product of his or her choice. Normally, the company made it simple. There is a Lavita living product combination pack, which is currently 4,628 Rand. Once you buy that bag, it's the cheapest way of getting into this business. That amount that you pay is not a joining fee. You buy the product so that you can accumulate 200 points that is needed by the company for you to get your independent distributor card. They call it a license. It's not a license. It's an LVLP card. It's an independent distributor card. And these things here are not shares. You're not a shareholder, because if we talk shares, it's something else. All right. So these are the best term to do with this. This is the 30% for your profit from your sales, as I've written here. Everybody, once you qualify and become an AS, you qualify for 30%. Everybody here, if I buy my green tea and sell it, we all get 30% regardless of the level that you are in. All right. That is why I wrote the arrow here. I said, manager, you have got 30% profit from your sales. The supervisor, assistant manager, you've got 30% profit from your sales. And 30% from your sales, the supervisor, and as well as assistant supervisor, 30% profit from your sales. Which means there are two prices in Lavita that are prescribed by the company. We have got a wholesale price list. A wholesale price list is for these people. Is for all the distributors, AS, supervisor, AM, and managers. And then the retail price list is for the retail distributors and the retail customers. Who is a retail customer? Is a person that is just buying the product for their personal use. Who is a retail distributor? Is a person that is buying the product because he wants to accumulate 200 points and become an assistant supervisor. This person has joined the business. She has sent you an ID copy. She has sent you the email. She has sent you all the documents so that you can fill the information on the distributor application form, and then she can send it to the company. So this is critical. That is very, very important. So now, once you become an AS, that's when you get all these benefits. What are your benefits? I've talked about the 30%, which is common to every one of us. But the differential bonuses are not the same. They are different as per level. That is why I said this D here represent all these people. D stand for distributors, AS, supervisor, AM, and manager level. And then personal bonus as per level. You see these arrows. They are pointing the bonus for each and every one as per level that he attains in the profit plan. All right. So as an AS, you qualify for 5% personal. Remember, you are buying things at a discount now. You are selling them and then you are getting a profit, 30%. All right. But each and every month on the 15th, the company is going to check as to from the 1st to the 3rd to the 30th of maybe June or of a particular month. How much have you spent buying the product? All right. You only to find that you bought a product of 5,000. All right. And then the percentage of that amount, 5% of that amount that you obviously less VAT. That amount you paid 6,000, you bought a product of 6,000. Before you get this 5%, the company deducts the so-called VA2, the value added tax. all right, which is 15%, which means before you get paid, you are going to get paid once the VAT has been deducted from the amount that you spend. So in other words, you qualify for cashback now. There is cashback that comes into your account each and every month on the 15th. So the moment you become a supervisor, you have got now 10%. The moment you become an assistant manager, it's 15%. The moment you become a manager on top, it's 20%. All right. So for each and every one in this level, all right, Lavita pays 5%. For an AS, Lavita pays 5%. Supervisor, Lavita pays 5%. Assistant manager, Lavita pays 5%. And a manager, Lavita pays 5%. But this is what is happening. When you're an AS, you get 5%. All right. Which means if ever we can see total these 5% up, Lavita pays 20% back to their distributors. How? AS get 5%. All right. Then supervisor still get paid 5%, but there is an additional 5% that is from what the Lavita living product, which means there was a 5 here. This 5 moved up here. Lavita added another 5. Now it's 10. Then this 10, it moves up here. But now Lavita adds another 5%. So it's 15. So this 15 is no longer 15 now. When you become a manager, it's 20 because Lavita added another what? Another 5%. So that is why we call them differential bonuses, because there is this additional 5% that is added as you move up the level. How do you move up the level? By attaining 200 points, you become an assistant supervisor. By attaining 2,000 points, you become a supervisor. By attaining 5,000 points or 550cc, you become an assistant manager. By reaching 100cc or 10,000 points, you become a manager. And in a so-called success training, you are going to understand how do you move up the levels. All right. So I'm just going to read the things that are written on the side here so that everybody can understand about a so-called volume bonuses. AS, you get 5% volume bonus on all personally purchased orders only. Everything that you've purchased yourself, you get paid. That is why even if you have 10, 20 people, you're not going to get any leverage from them simply because you are still an AS. You only qualify for your own personal bonus if ever you are an AS. But the moment you become a supervisor, you get now 10% volume bonus on all personal purchase orders. But the company add a 5% volume bonus on all personal sponsored AS. You are a supervisor now. You are a supervisor. You have introduced a number of people. So the company pays you 10% personally as a supervisor, and there is a leverage that is coming from your team that is paid to you by the company. Remember, all the AS, all of them, they got paid their 5%. The reason why you get 10 is because the Lavita Living Product is adding the 5% on all the people that you have personally sponsored. All right? That is the first 5% that the company pays. All right? So when you move up to the next level, you become an assistant manager. Personally, you get 15% from all personal purchased orders. Then there is a 5% now on all personally sponsored supervisors, which means as an AM, once you become an AM, you're an AM. In your team, there are supervisors. The company pays you 5% in all personally sponsored supervisors. The supervisors, they do get their money. But simply because you introduced them in the company, Lavita Living Product compensates you. You get a so-called leverage. That's how the network marketing business is built. It's not like they are working for you. Everybody in this profit plan, they are working for themselves. But for the fact that, remember, if a person comes to you, is a retail customer, he is or she is your customer. The moment you introduce this person to Lavita, that particular person stops to be your customer when she becomes an AS. She doesn't buy from you anymore. She buys from the company. All right? So when she buys from the company, Lavita Living Product now is going to ask himself or herself a question. Where is this person coming from now? you introduce them. Therefore, the Lavita Living product, as much as he is going to pay these people, he is going to pay you your 10% or your 15% or your 20%, and thank you for introducing or bringing more customers to him or her or to the company by giving you a leverage. So that is why you find that you qualify for 15% volume bonus, but there is an additional 5% and an additional 10%. From supervisors is 5%, but from the assistant supervisor is 10%. Then when you get to manager level, you qualify for 20% volume bonus, and then there is a 5% from from assistant managers, and then 10% from your supervisors, and then there's a 15% from your assistant supervisors. So this says to me now, it raises the question of Mapushana, it raises the question of all these things, the stereotypes that we always talk about. If ever you don't want this thing to happen, if ever you are against this plan, don't go into this profession, don't join this business, because any business out there, anyone who is running a business is running that business because there is somebody else who is buying products from them. And we are not growing in this business because we have got this bad and so hard. If ever you see a manager and you think that this manager is a manager just because of you, that is a blatant lie. That manager is getting money from the company for introducing the people that they introduced in the business. Company compensate that particular person, and that's the way it is. For those people that want money, people that want to build, people that want to scale their business, people that want to go places with their business. Let us say now you are a supervisor. I said when you are an AS, regardless of how many people joined you, if ever these are your ASs and you are an AS, regardless of how many they are, if you are still an AS, you only get a bonus on your personal orders only. So now, if ever you want to get leverage that is given to you by Lavita Living Product for the people that you've introduced in the business, make sure that you move into a next level, which is supervisory level. That's when you are going to get your personal 10% plus a 5% volume bonus from the people that you've introduced, from Lavita Living Product on behalf of the people that you've introduced in the business. All right. So if I say go and recruit, go and find people, and you are a supervisor, you only come with one AS. Now, Lavita Living Product makes a statement. For example, Lavita says, as a supervisor, I'm going to pay you 1,000 Rand, which is your 10%. But if you bring me one AS, I'm going to pay you 500 Rand. So that means you're going to end up getting paid 1,500 is your 1,000 Rand plus a 500 Rand from this, from the fact that you've introduced these people. So how many 500 Rand do you want? Do you only want a money for one person, or do you want the money for many? So the choice is yours. That is where the core of this business is. If you don't recruit, if you're selling, you are telling me that you only want this profit, 30%. The profit is the money that you get from your customer. You only get that money from this person. From these people, the retail distributors or the people that you've introduced in the business, you get a so-called leverage. And the leverage doesn't come from the people that you've introduced in the business. Leverage is the money that is paid to you by Lavita Living Product for introducing those people. So we have to be clear with that. So this is how we make money in this business. So once you get to manager level, that's where the things begin. That's where you're going to get a training of being a millionaire. Remember, some of the people, I'm still going to make a video or an audio about the facts about this business, because some of these people, you are an AM, but people that you started with here, they are no longer there. We all don't know where do they go. They just vanish. Some of them, they create problems that are not existing and then use those things to hide. There's no time to hide from the world now. The world needs us and we are hiding from the world. So it's like a comrade marathon. If people are starting in Durban, few people reach there. So once you are there, that's when now you are going to start now climbing another mountain. How do you climb another mountain? Mandela said, after climbing each and every mountain, you only found that there are more mountains to climb. And I'm telling you, there will always be more mountains to climb simply because things are changing. The world is evolving. If ever the world is changing, that means everything else changes simply because there should be new items or new strategies introduced in running the businesses. Like for instance, we're in a fourth industrial revolution where everything is now automated. Everything is like we've got this AI, which is the core of everything, artificial intelligence. That is the core of this fourth industrial revolution. Some of the people are resisting that. And if ever you are resisting change, let me tell you one thing, that is a war that you will never win. Nobody has ever won the wars of change. The wars, change is change regardless of your views, of you seek, of you, regardless of what you do, change is change. That is why now you see some businesses or some companies, they've been skyrocketing 3-4 years back. They've been in momentum. They've been high up there. But now they are nowhere. Where are the blockbusters that we've been hiring DVDs and videos from? Where are those DVD players? Where is the company that was making those things? Where are the CDs? Where are the companies that have been making CDs? Where are the cassettes? Where are the companies that were making cassette playing radios? So that's the nature of life. That's how fast things are changing. And some of the technologies that are introduced now, they were not going to be here fast. It's simply because of the COVID. COVID pushed everything. COVID was good in some of the businesses simply because there is a company X that employed 200 people. And then when there was no COVID, the turnover analysis of the company was plus minus 1.5 million with the workforce of 200. And then COVID came, everybody went home. Maybe the people that were left are the people in an admin. So the turnover analysis of the company skyrocketed, it doubled, it went to 3 million. So what is the point now of bringing back the workforce that was underperforming by 50%? So that is why now, when things are changing, we have to go to this, let us leave IQ. Let us leave EQ. EQ, emotional quotient, is very important. Let us go to adaptability quotient. That is when we have to adapt to the new changes. Because whether you are crying, whether the moment you start blaming, the moment you start blaming the government, blaming everything, understand that you are dead. The moment you stop learning, regardless of how good you are in your business, regardless of how high is your salary is, but the moment you stop learning is the day you die. All right? So now let us talk about the expectations now. For people that are there are two people here. There are people that only want to sell and get profit. There are people that want to sell and get profit and also get volume bonuses and change the level. So now I'm talking to the person who wants to change a level and to reach manager level. I'm not talking to anyone now. I'm talking to the people that are here to make money, people that want to start this business, to start making money. So it's a pity that we are wired in another way. That is why if you start this business, you might exactly know your wiring. Because this business is going to cut your friends off. Once you are in this business, you will find yourself alone. Because entrepreneurship, by the way, it's a lonely journey. Once you have got friends while running a business, it becomes a problem because they come, you have to weed your garden, make sure that your garden is clean, and make sure that everything that you farm, you plant in the garden grows without being pressed by the weed. All right? So that is very important. That is why the element of association and de-association comes in. Disassociation. But that's why it comes in, regardless of how painful it is, regardless of who the person you want to disassociate with is. But you have to do that thing. All right? So this is the Falcon way. There are the levels, there is months, the number of qualified downlines. So levels, I'm talking about assistant supervisor, AM, and manager level. And then the month, as an assistant supervisor, if ever you want to grow, if ever you want to change level, as an assistant supervisor, in your first month, this company says you have 8+ people that you've introduced in the business and they have qualified, which means you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 assistant supervisors. I put that in just to make sure that I cover myself, because there are people that can introduce 30 or 50 people in 1 month. So it depends on how hungry you are. If you are tired of being behind, if you are tired of having goals that you can't achieve, if ever you are tired of the sinner to live on handouts, may it be your husband, boyfriend, whoever that is giving you something for you to live, those are the handouts, and all those things are temporary. If ever you want to build something that is yours, this is the opportunity for you to do that. So as an AS, your first month after getting your distributor card, LVLP card, your independent distributor card, your first month you must have 8 people that you've introduced. As a supervisor, 2 to 3 months, you have got 20 people plus that you've introduced in the business. In the 4th month, you are an assistant manager. And I guarantee you, once you have got this foundation, it's impossible even to reach a 4th month without getting into manager level. These are the statistics that has been taken by the company and presented to us to at least have an understanding of what is it that is expected, because some of the people are not growing this business not because they don't want to grow, they don't know how to grow. They are always relying on the coaches and their sponsors to tell them things that are even sometimes wrong, things that are now obsolete, that are now also not working. So once you are an AM, in the 4th month, you have 40 plus people. As a manager, 5 to 6 months, you have got 60 people. So what is it that is required from you as an AS? The expectations from the company based on this Falcon plan. What is it that you have to be spot on with? Things that you must make sure that you have mastered and understood. You have got no questions or no two-way or no doubt about them. These are the things that are listed on our Falcon plan. I'm just going to read them to you. All right. As an assistant supervisor, AS, what is your goal according to the company? Your goal is to learn about the company while learning about yourself and what you can achieve. So as an AS, once you are here, while building these 8 people, your duty here is to learn about the company and also learn about yourself. Know your wiring. Know who you are. Know what do you need in this business. Know the tactics and strategies that are there for you to succeed in this business. Remember, any business is a system. Once there are perfect systems in place, you are going to succeed. How do you know that you have got a system like Lavita Revenue Product? This company has got systems in place to help us succeed, but we are not willing to use those systems. How do you know that you have got a system? It's easy it's easy. Everybody does it and it works. Because there are things that are done by people that are good to our eyes, because we are wired to opt for easy things, and then only to find it as easy as they are, but they don't build anything. If ever, after doing that thing, after doing a certain event, after going to a certain workshop for a week or 2 or 3, but you don't see any result, you won't see any result simply because you are spoon feeding those people. You are not training them, you are spoon feeding. So this is the time now to take everything for us that we do to the digital platforms to save time and money and energy and wastages. Because if I go on Zoom, I only pay for data or in my router data, and then we can talk to each and everyone anywhere across the world. So that gives you scale. So for the retention problem, we have to teach our people that we lead. We have to teach each and everybody in our network marketing profession to make sure that they understand, they go into this stickiness in the business through our social media platform. Because even our company, Lavita Revenue Product, yes, for now, we are going to Pretoria for training, but Line number 1 on this Falcon plan says, register your online distributor profile at www.lavitaliving.co.za. Why do you have to do that? Why must you have your own portal? Simply because all the trainings that are done in Pretoria, they will be CC'd or forwarded to your portal so that you can access all that information without going there. Sometimes you are going to have a number, a Zoom ID, so that you can connect to the proceedings while the trainings are going on. You don't have to drive. In future, there will be no reason for you to drive to Pretoria to attend the training, to go and book the hotel, spending a lot of money instead of going online, buying data and access all the information in the comfort of your home. I've been around. I'm not talking about these things as somebody who has learned them somewhere. I have been around from Cape to Mangus, across SA. I've been around, even international. I went to Swaziland. I went to these neighboring countries, trying to go and teach people. But this thing of teaching, don't go once and say you understand everything. Don't listen to this audio and it ends there. Listen, go practice, go do it. Try by all means to implement it. Try by all means to take it, put it in your own weight and explain it to somebody else, because learning in this business is in the doing. Without doing that, you are not going to go anywhere. Let's go to supervisor. What is your goal as a supervisor? As a supervisor, things are tightening up. You are doing, you are selling and understanding the company procedures and product while creating the downline. It means while creating the downlines, while building these people, getting your retail distributors and teaching these people to do the same thing, because that's where the aspect of duplication comes in. If ever anything that you do does not duplicate, then you are doing nothing in this profession. Nothing. You will never get a taste. Everything that you achieve will be short-lived simply because there is no duplication. So everything that we do, it must be the duplicatable systems that are going to be cascaded to each and every one that we lead. All right, so that is your goal as a supervisor. Now, as an assistant manager, what is it that is required from you? You are learning and doing. A manager continues to learn. A manager, everybody who is a manager down, everybody, you have to learn. You don't have to sell. You don't have to go to door-to-door selling. You don't have to buy big stock. You don't have to do anything crazy. You have to learn. Understand what you are doing. Understand the core of this plan. Understand your wiring. Understand the plan of the business. You are learning and doing. A manager continues to learn new tools and new methods while at the same time growing their network. So it's no longer like for a supervisor. A supervisor is learning while creating downlines. Here you are creating your downlines as a supervisor. You are building your team. But when you are an assistant manager, the term has changed. You are growing your network, which means now you are looking at this person and this person, their performance, which means there should be a conducive environment, a healthy relationship between all these parties. Once there is no communication and there is no relationship there, then that thing does not exist. I'm not talking about UAM with this person. I'm talking about the person that you have to understand is this, and then connect them to that person. Once you get there, your connector, once you get there as a manager, is not your sponsor, is the company, is the understanding of the plan. Because it may happen that you get there as a manager, you are earning a lot of money, you are achieving a lot of things. Somebody who is a coach or whoever up there, they hate you for that. They are trying by all means to bring you down. So your strength here is going to come from the knowledge of the and understanding of the business. That I guarantee you, I know, I've been around. Then when you get to manager level, you are doing and teaching, managing and growing your network. So as an assistant manager, you are a manager. You are learning new tools and methods while at the same time growing your network. So as a manager, there is a new term. You are doing and teaching while managing and growing your network. It's not like you're going to be hands-on. Some people are going to be scared that I'm working, I don't have time, I won't be this committed. It's just a matter of talking to the people. You only need 5, by the way. You only need 5 capable leaders. Any stable and strong network has got 5 capable leaders. If ever you've got 5 leaders, who are those leaders? In other words, you must try to develop people that are beyond leadership, that are called influencers. Those people, they know what to do at any given time. They don't hide from any challenges. They are there. They are there when the problem arises. They are there everywhere. So for you to manage the situation better is to cascade whatever you know to the people that you are leading so that they can know as well. Because if you are the only person knowing and the other people are not knowing, you will be pulling a truck that is packed with the cement bags up until you quit this business. Because that is how we are wired. When things start toughening up, the only option is to quit. All right. So let us look at the sketch that is up there, that I've drew up there. That sketch is the sketch that helps you understand who joins who. All right. That is you. You have got Zodwa, you have got Kulekan, you have got Mdu, you have got, you know all these people. Immediately this person starts getting someone else, then you are going to stretch a line here. All right. And then you make an O to illustrate that there is a new person under this person. So it helps you not to get mixed up about the things. Or now it's going to be easy simply because once they have all qualified like this, now if they are around you, it's time to call all of them, sit down with them as their leader, as a supervisor, as an AM, as a manager. Sit down with them, have a 2-day conference where you will be talking about the core of the business, how to build what you have built. You cannot go tell them to build this if you don't have this. That is very important. We don't lead from the back here, we lead from behind. So that is key. I think I've illustrated and analyzed everything that I wanted to analyze. It's a bit lengthy, but I know it's going to be perfect for everyone who wants to make sure that they grow their business to a certain level. So now let me show you the forms that we've been talking about. There on your right, if ever I can twist my thing here. If you see there on your right there, you're going to see that there is a distributor application form. You see, there. That is a distributor application form. I want to put more emphasis on that. This form is a form that is filled for the retail customer to get a new name called a retail distributor. It's because that person has filled that form and it's called a retail distributor. For that retail distributor to be called an assistant supervisor is because that retail distributor has purchased the product that is 200 points worth, and then automatically once that is done, the computer print out this QR coded form. That is the second form that is filled by this person, that person there. He fills the second form here, and then that form is going to get him an independent distributor card or an LVLP card. Who signed the first form? Because you guys are far away, normally we just put your initials there. But the distributor, the person that is joining, signs that form. All right. Then this form, the second form, is signed by your sponsor. Okay. Who is your sponsor? Is the person that introduced you to the business. All right. Somebody may give me your numbers, but that doesn't mean that I'm your sponsor. It means that particular person doesn't understand a certain portion of the business. Then he sent you to me so that I can explain something to you. And if I fill the form, I fill the forms of that particular person that introduced you to the business. I may be a so-called coach or somebody of information to you, but not your sponsor. All right? Because some people are scared, hey, people are going to steal my people. You don't have your people, man. That is another naive way of analyzing these people. No one has people here. Everybody belongs to Lavita. We all join. No one here buys from anyone. We all buy from the company. So why do you say you have got your people? Yes, you do have your team, but you don't own anyone here simply because these people are independent distributors. They are standing on their own. That is why they have to go and attain the information from the company. Then the last form there is your A3 paper, A3. Why A3 is important? It is written here that once you have qualified, the bonuses are paid directly into your account, but you must fill this form, which means we need your bank statement to fill this form, and this form is going to be sent to the company so that you also can get your bonuses straight into your account each and every month on the 15th. If you're an AS, your 5% is going to go there. Supervisor, your 10% is going to get there, including the 5%. If you are an AM, your 15%, including the 10 and the 5. If you're a manager, you get all these bonuses. So it's very important for you to get paid from your account. Make sure that you submit this form to the company so that you can get paid directly into your account, any bank. It's okay. So I think that will be it. Ultimately, I talked about 5 manager lines. 5 manager lines. When we do some of our trainings, we are going to indulge you on that so that you can understand the core. You out there, for everybody, my business partners, the leaders, whoever you are, wherever you are, you guys are very special. You have seen the opportunity in something. You are unique. I cannot explain how special and spectacular you are. Everyone, those that are willing to join, to take part in this business, or the ones that are existing in this business, you guys are immaculate. You are marvelous. I've got no term to term you with, but you are special simply because you saw an opportunity in something that nobody sees. You saw a career path in something that nobody sees. So I want to urge of you to stop hiding from the world, because the world out there hasn't seen the best of you. Everything that you need is from no one else except you. You are the engine within the engine. You are the one holding the key to your success. Wipe all the way. That is why I talk about weeding your garden. Weed your garden. Make sure that you don't get distorted by people that are around you. Don't allow the environment that you are in to dictate what you have to, how far you have to go in life. Because some of the people are so in rural areas, are in deep rural areas. Rural or non-rural, everyone is connected. Everybody has got a smartphone. Once you have got a smartphone, there is no reason to complain. The only thing that you should be doing is to rise the ladder of people that are going to excellence, people that are going to the peak of perfection. My last words to you: be aware that there are killer instincts, and the things that are killing all of us are us, ourselves. And that thing is called ego. Your profession fits your ego. Your position in a company that you don't know the value chain of that company that you're working for. The global economics now are in loggerheads. You don't know what is going to happen to the owner of that company when he feels the pressure on the market, when he sees that things are going south. The moment he closes that company, you are done. And then you have got nothing to hold on to, except for the savings if you do have, except for the annuities if you do have them. And those annuities, based on the prices of the things that are on sale, that we are consuming on daily basis now, it's nothing. If ever somebody can flush 50 million in 4 years, what is your percentage? What is your pension versus that? Because we also lack a so-called financial education. When we attain a level of prestige and we have got a bit of finances, we grow the demand, we grow the consumption side, we buy liabilities, too much liabilities, not knowing that business is a cycle. Sometimes it's summer, there's autumn, there's winter, there's spring, there's summer, there's autumn, it's winter. And then when it's winter, your bills don't understand the seasons. Your everything, all the debts that you've created, they don't understand the seasons. They don't understand the seasons of loneliness, the seasons of darkness. So let us stop buying assets. Let us stop buying things that are taking us, draining us in our pocket. Let us start buying assets. Let us start buying things that is going to build us more money. And for everybody in this business, let us take action, because if ever you don't take action, you are going to get less result. And then less result are going to demotivate you. And then you will end up quitting, because the only door that you see when you face problem in whatever you are doing is quitting. And then quitting is a guarantee that whatever you said when you started this business or any other business, you were lying, you were wasting people's time, you were destroying the people's eardrums by making that noise. So it's all up to you. It's from no one else. You can go east, south, west. You can go wherever you want to go. But everything that you need is within you. There is a greatness in you. It's just that your association, check who is around you, because you become an average of people that are around you. And then once you become that, you sing the song they sing, you drink the drink they drink, you go to the parties they go to, simply because you are glued to them. And don't tell me that you are going to change that group of people. It's impossible. That is why there is a so-called democracy, because when many people agree with one thing, and then that thing is the way to go. But in this democratic era, you cannot say in that group of yours, democracy doesn't work there. If you dance with the devil is going to change you. You can never change the devil. So stay away from such things, and then feed your mind and your brain with something that are positive. Always start a new day feeling great, feeling positive, regardless of the direction of the wind. The wind may change anytime soon. The direction of the wind may stop blowing in your face. So it's up to you what decision you take when you are faced with challenges. Because ultimately, in any problem that you are facing, in business, in your marriage, in church, wherever, in school, wherever you are, in any problem that you are facing, may it be deadly or how deadly it is, there is a good thing in that problem. Some of the problem comes in your life so that you can really understand who is in front of you. I thank you so much. Have a blessed day.